What up, everybody? Welcome back. If you need me, contact me. My email, everything you need is in my channel description. Go to my channel page. Everything you need, you'll find it. Welcome back. Thank you. I saw online and in the news, and I went and looked it up some more, something that I wanted to discuss because it's beginning to disturb me as a man, as an older man now, going almost, getting closer and closer to 50. There's things that I recognize that I even grew up around and dealt with and experienced that looking back, I realize is really chaotic and toxic. I saw a video of a young man that was looking at this girl's behind. She had on them tights that the sisters like to wear that make that booty pop out. We call them yams. She had them yams sticking out the back. She was thick, shapely, nice. A young man is standing behind her looking at it. He wasn't trying to touch it or anything like that. He was just looking. What he didn't know, this took place in Chicago. We already know Chicago, wild, wild west out there. That, we understand that. What he didn't know was her man was in the passenger seat, I guess watching what's going on. So he pops out and the two of them have a small, just verbal, you can see them on the video, just going back and forth, chatty, chatty, chatty. And eventually the boyfriend, her man, who had a firearm in his hand the whole time, lets off a couple firecrackers and lays the other young man down. Because he felt disrespected. And I was thinking that growing up, a lot of times we deal and we talked about disrespect. Men are big on respect. That's one of the things that we want from our woman, and that's one of the things that we say we're not going to tolerate from any man. We'll even tell our boss that you're not going to disrespect me. And we'll definitely tell other men and let them know real quick, one thing you're not going to do is disrespect me. So especially in the black community and in our culture, we are really heavy on disrespect, whatever we deem that to be. But looking back over my life from where I am now and looking back, I realize that we're going to have to tweak really two things. We're going to have to tweak, number one, what we consider to be disrespect and do a self-look inspection at ourselves. And number two, we're going to have to tweak how we handle what we perceive as disrespect. We're going to have to look at, number one, what we are calling disrespect, and then do an inspection in ourselves to see, is it really disrespect or is it something else? And if we determine that it is still disrespect, we're going to have to then tweak our response to that disrespect. For the young man that popped out of the car, him feeling disrespected because another man was looking at his girl's booty when he didn't even know that he was around, it speaks more about the young man's check this out now. Check this out. And I wouldn't have known this when I was 20. It speaks more about his insecurity as a man than it does the behavior of the man that was looking at his girl's behind. Did y'all hear what I said? If you pop out of the car and just want to get into a verbal situation, this is a grown woman. This ain't no teenager. She decided to wear what she had on. She's not your property. Y'all, whatever relationship y'all got, y'all both in the same car. if you are controlling or whatever, y'all had that kind of relationship where you can adjust what she wears and she'll wear what you ask her to wear. Whatever it was, she came out the house and went out with you with tights on. You feel me? She came out the house with tights on. Both of y'all know she's shaped right in the back. Her face was dreamy. Her face was, hey, you alright, you alright. That's what she alright. But her backside with the tights on for a sister, it was not. It was thick. Now you sitting in the you done if you, now you seem like you controlling, right? So I'm gonna use these words. I'm using these words because of the energy that he used when he felt disrespected. It seemed like you controlling, but you let her. Sorry, ladies. I know y'all don't like that word let. You let her wear them kind of tights out knowing that her butt sticks, them yams was popping out like that. And then you're going to hop out the car, and we don't know the words that was on the video. We only see the video. There's no audio to the video. But you probably know as you know how the guys is. Now they jumping out, they calling their girl out their name. Man, why you looking at my itch? Hey, no, man, I don't mean no disrespect, homeboy. No, man, why you looking at my itch? Hey, man, you disrespecting me, man. No, homeboy, blah, 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 blah. You know how it go. And what you call disrespect is really your insecurity as a man. And it speaks more volumes than it do a normal full-blooded male that is standing behind a woman with her behind sticking out like that. 8 out of 10 men in America, white, black, Spanish, Chinese, Puerto Rican, Mongolian, it don't matter. If they standing behind the same woman, they gonna look. Your insecurity speaks more volumes than his looking. But we growing up, we was raised to be real. We was raised what we thought was masculine, but being masculine is not to be reactive. But that's how we was raised. We was raised that if somebody disrespects you, you react. If somebody disrespects you, you get them right then and there. You don't take nothing off of nobody. That's the way we was raised. That's the way we was taught. That's the electricity in the atmosphere in many of our neighborhoods and our cultures and our setup. If you feel disrespected, it don't matter who it is. Boss, wife, homeboy, stranger, let them have it. Do not tolerate disrespect. That's why I said we got to go back and tweak what we call disrespect. But being masculine is not about being reactive. Again, I didn't know this in my 20s. These guys seem like they was older than that, where they should have known better. But I didn't know this when I was young. Being masculine is not about being reactive. Being masculine is about being in control. It don't mean that they didn't do something wrong, but when you recognize that they have done something wrong, you bring your senses and your spirit together. You become controlled. You become measured. You move in strategy. That's being masculine. That's being real. That's being a soldier. Oh, I see. I have slowed it down. You really have disrespected me. Now I got to move a certain type of way if I feel I have to move a certain type of way. But it's not coming from being reactive because you just looking at my girl's behind and I know it's fat and she got on tights. No. I got to have something. You got to do something else to me than just for me to get riled up about that. Well, I hop out of a car with a firearm and you didn't even know I was there. I could have just rolled the window down and said, homeboy, nah, she with me, homeboy. Oh, he would have said the same thing, man. I ain't mean no respect. You got a nice looking woman. I appreciate that. But before you went too far, I just want to let you know she with me, playboy. That's it. That's it. Controlled, measured, strategic. Because the whole time you know he got to be looking out the window. So you could have already, but you want to hop out, you want to make a scene, and then once people start watching, now you already got it in your hand. You can't be a coward and get back in and not use it. You got to lay somebody down because you think that being real is being masculine, and you done missed it. You was reactive. You was not being real, and you was not being masculine. But like I said, I understand, because growing up, we was never taught emotional control. Think about it. Y'all know, y'all fellas, y'all brothers out there, y'all can let us know in the comments. Growing up, we was never taught emotional control. What were you taught, Professor X? If somebody disrespect you or do something against you, revenge and retaliate ASAP. That's what we was taught. Revenge, retaliate, respond ASAP. Don't let them disrespect you, and don't let them get away with it. You be in the 11th grade, heard some senior done put your girl's legs all up in the air. What do you have to do? That's disrespect. You ain't married to her. In 3 more months, y'all would have broke up anyway. She been sleeping around and you knew about it. But now when the word is out, yeah, Keisha done slept with Troy on the basketball team. Now the word is out and everything is cooking now. Now you got to do what? Revenge and retaliate. No emotional control. No strategic measures. Out of control. Nah, slow it down. Did he force himself on her? No, she went to his house. Oh, so she responsible for this. Yeah, but she ain't the woman for me. Oh, your ego gonna take a hit, Playboy. Yeah, your ego. I ain't gonna sit here and act like your ego ain't gonna take no hit now. Oh, your ego gonna take a hit because the word's gonna get out that Troy done banged your little girl and you ain't do nothing about it. She want yours anyway. You weren't married to her. But we were never taught emotional control. And so since we weren't taught emotional control, we can't teach it to our young fellas. We can't teach it to our young boys. And we'll continue in America to see these type of tragedies happen because young, especially black men, have no control over their emotions. And as soon as they feel threatened, the first thing they're going to do is want to pick up a firecracker and go to war. As soon as they feel threatened, as soon as their ego take a hit. That's why you got to do something if you find out somebody mess with your girl. That's why you got to do something if you look and see another man looking at your girl's behind. Your ego's taking a hit and you feel like I got to do something because we never had emotional control, so we can never teach emotional control. So out the car he comes. Looked at my girl behind, man. I appreciate that. Whoop-de whoop-de-whoop. Blah, blah, blah. Lay him down. I showed him. Ain't nobody disrespect me. That's my woman. That's my itch. She belong to me. She don't belong to you. She ain't no slave. This ain't no marketplace. What you talking about? She ain't branded by you. That won't your wife. Yeah. This is no possessions here. You had to get out. And you had to, because you have no control, because you wasn't measured, because you wasn't strategic, you took a life that was unnecessary. Yeah, I'm closing with this. You took an unnecessary life. I want y'all share this with somebody. Somebody might need to see this. You took an unnecessary life because you was out of control. And now law enforcement got you locked up behind bars, jumpsuit on, going through the lineup. Take everything out your pockets. Undress yourself. Bend over, stick your tongue out. Let's make sure you ain't bringing nothing up in here, up in your body cavity. All right, you good. Get dressed. Go over there. And while all that's going on, remember you took a life now for honor. You got to honor your lady. Don't play with her. Don't look at that big behind. That's mine. Now you locked up. It's on camera now. Yeah, they're going to get you. They're going to get you. You'll probably never get out of prison. You locked up. And while you locked up, and I don't even say this, I say this, but I feel sorry for the young brother at the same time, because if somebody could have reached him years ago, he would still be free, enjoying chilling on the passenger side in his girl's car. They took pictures together. Looked like she was fairly happy, smiling and everything, showing off her shape. Now you locked up, and the very thing that you was trying to protect, that booty, it won't be long, couple weeks, after you good, after the newness of you being away has gone, and the lawyer come back and finally say, there's nothing we can do. They done threw the book at him. Yeah, you probably gonna get a court-appointed lawyer, because you ain't really got that kind of money to get a real. Yeah, you ain't got that kind of money. They ain't wasting energy down there in Chicago and them guys like that. Gotta get you a court-appointed lawyer. Just do what he can. Suit all messy, tie halfway on, shirt sticking out. That's the kind of lawyer you gonna get. And while you sitting up in there trying to come up with your case, looking silly, just know another man is gonna be digging in that very same booty that you was trying to protect. Got it? Good.